Good evening, peeps. Welcome to our YouTube channel. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. I'll go by the name of Biyenge, featuring yours truly, Tre. Yo,
Yo,
what's good?
you know what? I'm gassed right now. I'm not gonna lie. That's why I've obviously got the United tracky on. So it's been a
You
good
happy with the
week for
draw?
United fans.
Yeah, you happy with the draw?
You know what? I'll take it under the circumstances, innit, man. Obviously, we're going through a little transition phase, so I would take it under the circumstances. We grow and build from there. Do you know what I mean? But
I
how's your
think
week been, cuz?
all good, all good. I mean, just a question. You guys got Arsenal, is it next week?
Yeah, man. We're playing our babies. You know them ones. They do, they do
Yeah,
too much of this.
yeah, okay, fair enough. What? You reckon that you lot are going to win?
And we're gonna smack them, man. You know what I mean? It's Arsenal are babies, man.
No worries. Tre, talk to me. Talk to me. What happened yesterday? Talk to me.
Whoa, boy. You know what? You know what? Yesterday, before I say anything, I just have to obviously give credit to the fighters, obviously the takeover, and the ferocious George Camboris Jr. They both obviously produced the goods, put on a great performance for the zone, and look, it was a great show for me to watch. We witnessed someone making history for their country, and you know what? Just to see that was tremendous to see. Look, I'm a massive Takeover fan, but we obviously know through the fight that he had the wrong approach, wrong mindset, and he just fought against the hungrier man. And the result was beautiful. I'm not even going to lie to you. The result was
Yeah.
beautiful. But what do you think, though, anyway, man? What's your overall thoughts about the fight? Did you think it was going to pan out that way? Because I remember we had a conversation off air and you sort of hinted that there could be something like this in the pipeline. And funny enough,
Of course.
Mr.
I
Sports
said to you,
Entertainment delivered
I,
with the facts.
I said to you, bro, don't overlook Cambosis. That's the name, right? Yeah, I said
Cambosis, yep.
yeah,
I
don't
agree.
overlook him because he's hungry. Yeah. Timo, I wasn't really feeling his performance yesterday. If I'm honest with you, I know he was struggling to make weight. I mean, end of the day, he made the weight, but he got beaten by the better man. He overlooked him,
Mm.
and yeah, it was round one. Don't get me wrong, round one, I literally thought, "Ooh, it might be over for my man," but that knockout, whew, bro, he kept on getting hit on the right hand. He kept on
It's,
getting hit.
yeah, because he's constantly going forward, attacking. He's thinking, "I gotta smack up this guy," but then in his mind, it's like he keeps getting hit with that right hand, like you said.
I
So
don't. A lot of people are saying it was a close fight. I don't think it was close. I think honestly, from round one when he got knocked down, I
mm,
think he was frustrated and he lost a bit of confidence.
yeah,
Whereas Cambosis, he gained confidence. You know, every round he was happy.
you see him just like gassing, and you know what? Like I'm not even gonna lie to you, like. Just seeing Camboris, his energy, Camboris Jr., his energy during the fight, like it was tremendous to see, man. He was a proper warrior, proper Spartan. You obviously saw he's got the tat, never die, never surrender. He's got that sort of Spartan like mindset, and he carried that energy not only in the fight but during the build up and even before the actual fight. Obviously, the fight was supposed to happen earlier on during the year. It didn't happen, but during that build up, it was a bit crazy as well. So
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, if they were to rematch, do you think the results will be the same, or would there be a different outcome?
you know what? That's sort of putting me in a sticky situation because, honestly speaking, in my honest opinion, and look, the viewers, whoever's watching, may have a different point of view, but I think that Teofimo, we've seen the last time him fighting as a lightweight. I reckon he's going to move up. There's sort of been talks in the pipeline that he's been, bit frustrated having to make the weight, and look, he didn't even have to defend his title. Let's just
Mm.
put it out there. He didn't have to defend his title. He could have scrapped it. He could have moved up. But obviously, he wanted to create a legacy. He wanted to create history by being the first person to defend an undisputed title. But obviously, unfortunately, he came up short against a hungrier man. And I think throughout the build up of the fight as well, I think George Kambosos Jr. knew this in the back end, which
Mm.
gave him the confidence to just be like, because remember he offered him out during the press conference. He said, "Look, do you want it again?" And he was just like, "Yeah." So I'll speak to my managers and stuff like that. Look, we know that he's the weight he's struggling to hit that
Yeah,
weight.
he did
He's
say
gonna move up.
because he said he doesn't mind having a rematch in Australia, but if he's going to struggle with the weight, then there's really
Yeah,
no point.
no point, man.
There's really no point. But hopefully, if everything goes well with David Haney,
Hmm.
you never know. We could see a big showdown.
Yeah, that's the question that obviously I wanted to ask you next, and it obviously
Mm.
goes to the next topics as well. What is next for Kambosos Jr., the ferocious one, the new unified king of the lightweight division? What's next for him? Is it David Haney?
It will make sense if it's David Haney. There's no point in fighting what's his name Garcia has been calling out Kambosos. There's no point. There's really
That's
no
yeah.
point. I think the fight to see will be him and David Haney, and then the winner of that will then become certified the undisputed lightweight champion of the world.
Yeah, just a quick one, cuz man, because it's just like obviously the light. This episode's called Lightweight Madness, and
It's madness.
one of the madness is like it feels like there's two WBC champions. Like there's a WBC
Ah,
franchise champion
well,
who Kambosos Jr. is, and Devin Haney, I believe, is holding the WBC belt. What's
listen,
going on with the WBC here, mate?
I've given up with WBC, man.
Ooh,
I honestly, I don't know. I mean, some would say one of the title is the real one, and one of the one is it's a fake one, just a paper
trust me.
towel. I don't know. I don't know. But like I said, it will make sense for Kambosos to fight Haney, and then from that, the winner of that fight will become certified the undisputed lightweight champion, and then who knows, they may move on to another weight class.
No, no, definitely, and obviously Devin Haney's fight's coming up as well. Like, what's your overall thoughts about that fight? Do you think it's plain sailing for him? Do you think he's gonna, get the job done, or is he gonna have trouble? Is it gonna be the same sort of situation here? Like, what's Haney's situation? Obviously, been
He'll
following
get the
him.
job done. He'll get the job done. He'll get the job done. Do you know why? Because I remember Haney when he came onto the scene before, he was calling out Lomachenko, and not many
Yeah,
people calling out Lomachenko. And now he's got the belt, so he'll get the job done. It will
yeah.
be a good fight between him and Kambosos. I could see it going on points.
Mm.
Not sure who will win though. I'm just being honest.
Oh, you know what? That's a good fight, man. And look, Eddie Hearn, you promote both of them, and let me give you a bit of a head start here. The Dream versus the ferocious George Kambojas Jr., the Australian King. Bring it on to the UK. I would love to see that at the O2. So, what is your thoughts about that? Cause that
Oh,
energy. What you saying?
UK. I don't know. I don't know about the UK.
Mm.
Nah, it will have to be in the States or Australia.
Oh, okay.
Australia, yeah, Australia, yeah.
Mm, 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 mm,
He's now the Australian king. So
mm,
he said he
mm.
can do an arena 80,000. So
You know what? That's why I got a big up. I got a big up Campbell's Junior, man, because at the end of the day, in my opinion, obviously I put it out there in the socials. What he did was the biggest victory in Australian boxing history. I don't
mm,
know if you know any sort of feats that's above that, but he's gone and beat the man who beat the man. That's a
yeah,
big
yeah, I know.
big
But
victory.
I've got a question. Do you think he's a threat to the division?
Ooh, what Cambosos Junior?
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. After that performance yesterday, seeing the hunger, seeing the grit, obviously we've been following him throughout the sort of course of the,
build up.
build up of the fight as well.
Yeah,
So I think he's definitely a threat. The fact that he's obviously beaten someone like Teofimo Lopez, that shows you that he's got heart, he's got grit. But then at the same time, do we look? We can't discredit that victory. I think that's
No,
just
no,
a
not at all.
tremendous. That's just a tremendous victory. And if he's if he can beat the takeover, then for me, I think he's number one, man. I think he's number one right now.
I literally thought in I think was it round 10 when he got knocked down.
Mm.
I thought the takeover was going to finish him off.
I thought so too, man. I
Yeah,
thought
yeah,
so too. I thought so too. But I think he sort of hesitated because of what he was getting back from Cambosis Jr.
yeah,
When he was landing the shots, even though like he knocked him down a few times, he kept on having the person come back to him with more combinations. Do you know what I mean? He was always leaving something behind in the exchanges as well. So that's why I feel that in terms of the fight itself, I
mm,
agree with you. If you look at the scorecards, if you look at because look, that's why I got big up. I'm gonna use this platform to big up the zone because obviously I was able to watch the fight a few times. You know, when you're watching the fight live, you don't
and then
really
watch
get
it
the
again.
opportunity to go back. And I was able to watch the fight a few times, and I scored the card myself, just based on my understanding of the sport. I
Yeah,
gave 8 rounds to Combosis Jr. and I gave 4 rounds to Teofimo Lopez.
yeah,
And
yeah,
there were some toss-up rounds. Let me
yeah.
just quickly ask you a question, cuz, because this is a bit of a controversy, but it might not be a controversy. You
Right.
see, after you see the first round, after Teofimo Lopez obviously got knocked down, he came back up and he gave something to George Camboys Jr. and
Yeah,
then he was on the floor.
yeah.
Now, is that count as a knockdown in your opinion, or was that sort of brushed off?
Good question. Ooh, I don't know. No.
You see what I mean? Because
Oh.
they brushed that up, they put that under
Yeah.
the rug. Because
Ah,
technically, if a man's gloves is down,
yeah. Then
and it
yeah,
wasn't
yeah,
from a,
yeah, yeah,
you know,
yeah.
so it wouldn't have made a difference. It wouldn't have made a difference.
Yeah.
But just little things like that, I notice, of course, man.
Right. I don't
Yeah,
know,
man.
man. Or the
Yeah,
best
man.
man
All
won.
right. You know
So
what? Let's round up this lightweight division. So
mm,
obviously, right now, you got Cambosis Junior. Sorry for mispronouncing your name. We've got him, the ferocious one. I'm gonna call him the Emperor because obviously he proclaimed to be the Emperor. So he went over, he took over Madison Square Garden, and he's the Emperor, in my opinion, for the lightweight division. So I got him as number one. Who's your sort of top fighters in the lightweight
bro,
division?
you got him as number one already.
He
It's
has
too
to be
early,
number one.
Okay, 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 okay.
He's beaten the takeover. He
Bro,
beat
if
the
I'm
man that's beat the
all right,
man.
okay. I'm gonna say my number one in the division is Tank.
Oh yeah, Tank.
Tank, don't listen,
Oh,
listen,
Tank.
listen. Tank,
Tank.
Tank,
You know what? Because I might.
Tank.
You know what? For a second, yeah. Because I've been so gassed on United,
Ah,
yeah.
listen,
For a second, I forgot about Tank. You know what?
listen,
I'll take my statement back,
listen.
man. I'm not gonna
All
lie.
right. Top three. I'm gonna go Tank, Haney, and Cambosis.
Ooh, what you going? What
Then,
Haney
then,
above
then.
Cambosis?
No, 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 no. Yeah, 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 yeah. Bro,
What?
listen. Listen. I've seen more of Haney. I haven't really seen much of Cambosis. Yesterday was the first fight. Yeah, it was the first time I seen him perform. So
But
I can't really just.
wasn't that enough to
It was
warrant?
enough. It was enough. Yeah, but the thing is, yeah, like, look, as boxing fans, what we tend to do is, if somebody performs so well, he's sick. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. He's good. He's a good
Mm,
candidate. He's good. He's good.
mm.
But well, I've seen a lot of Haney. Haney, he's a serious dude. And Tank, bro, for me, Tank is my guy, bro.
I'm not gonna lie,
listen,
I like
listen,
Tank as well, man.
listen.
Tank, if you're ever gonna watch this, man, I'm sorry, I actually forgot about you for a second. Like, I'm not gonna lie, big up Tank, man, because he reminds me of a young Iron Mike, man.
Mm,
The way he destroys guys, man. And his
remember,
fight's gonna be interesting. That's coming up as well.
somebody's O has to go, bro. Remember,
Somebody's
Tank's
old
got
has to
O,
go. Mm,
Haney's got O, Cambosis got O,
yep,
what's his name? King Garcia's got O,
yep.
bro. So bro, I'm even Thingy wants a bit of him. Shakur Stevenson.
Ooh, what?
Yeah,
Who does he
he
want?
wants Cambosis.
What? Swear
Yeah,
that?
yeah.
Everyone's
Listen,
just calling out the.
that's what I'm saying. That's
That's
what I'm
how it
saying.
is. That's how it is. When you
It's
reach
a
the top,
madness. Yeah.
everyone's trying to, yeah. Shakur Stevenson as well. He's a talented fighter. Love the guy. I love his energy. You know what I mean? He's got a good mentor in Terence Crawford. So I expect big things from him. Still, I'm not gonna lie.
Kambosos vs Tank, bro. He's getting knocked out.
Yeah, you know what, man? I'm not gonna lie. Yeah, even though you're right. Yeah, I, something about the fight yesterday. I like Combosis, man, the junior man.
Yeah, yeah. He's a
I like,
warrior.
I
Yeah.
like, I like his fight, man. I saw the grit, the Greek grit come out for that
Mm,
victory yesterday.
mm.
Even though obviously he was repping Australia and obviously made the feats having that Australian flag, but on the other end of the flags that he had was obviously Greek, man, and
Mm,
Greece, sorry, man, and he obviously done his thing. So for me, I like his heart. I like his sort of Spartan mindset of never die, never surrender. You can just tell that in his mind, that's what was running through his mind throughout the fight. Like, I'm not gonna give up. I'm not gonna let you win. And he even rose up from that knockdown as well, man. Do you know
mm.
what I mean? Like that also takes character as well. Like
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
another guy in that situation, he probably would have stayed down. Do you know what I
True.
mean? So
Yeah.
you got to give the man some props, man,
Mm.
for sure, man, for sure. And then what? Who you got? So you got Haney. You got you got
I got Tank, Haney,
okay,
Kambosos,
yeah.
Danny Garcia,
Mm.
and then Fimo Lopez. Just because he lost. So that's the way I'm going with my ranking.
All
One,
right.
two,
You know
three, four,
what?
five.
No, no, that's fair, man. So if you
Mm,
were sort of okay, you're Eddie Hearn right now, yeah.
mm, 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 mm,
You're looking at the lightweight division right now, the
mm,
lightweight madness, yeah.
mm, mm.
What's the next fight you're making for 2022? Given that Haney wins and given that everyone sort of ends the year strong, what's your
Okay.
first fight that you're making in 2022?
So if Haney beats Kambosos,
Yeah. No, no, no. If Haney wins his fight, that's coming up.
right? Okay. That's what I said. Haney and Kambosos, and then the winner of that, I want him to fight Tank.
Ooh, I see what you're doing there. I see
Yeah,
what you're doing
yeah,
there.
yeah,
Yeah. So you're
yeah,
you're getting an undisputed
yeah,
champion, and
yeah.
then you
Defend
get.
this belts. Yeah,
You know what? That makes sense for me.
yeah.
That makes sense, especially for Mayweather as well, man. He's gonna look at that situation, and be like, "Yep, money. Yep, undisputed champion." Make history. I think that would be the perfect way for Tank to sort of say bye to the division. Do you know what I mean?
Of course, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Of
So,
course.
but look, this goes to my next question. Obviously, we've
Mm,
we've taken this opportunity to obviously big up Kambosos Jr. Obviously, he's done a tremendous job to make history for Australia. But look, man, we got to go back to my guy, man. Do you know what I mean? I like him. I like his character, man. But
mm.
what's next for the takeover, man?
For
What
the
is next for him?
takeover,
Yeah.
because he said that he was struggling to make weight. I think he should go up and fight Josh Taylor. I think that's the next big fight.
Ooh, yeah,
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 that would
yeah,
be a
yeah,
big
yeah.
fight for him.
That'd
Yeah,
be massive. That would be
that'd be a
massive.
massive fight.
And he can make that
And
weight as well.
yeah, and potentially that fight could be in the UK. Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, yes. Because obviously he's done this. But you know what? It's gonna be. I think it's gonna be an interesting Monday for Eddie Hearn, man, because he might get a call from Lopez's team about maybe further extending that contract with Matchroom because it was only a one fight deal,
Yeah, it's a one
I
fight
believe.
deal, but
Yeah.
bear in mind, remember, my understanding, Lopez and Josh Taylor, they're both on the same umbrella, though. They're with Top Rank.
Yes, they are. Oh,
Yeah,
yes,
so
yes,
that
yes,
that should be an easy fight to make.
yeah, 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 yeah.
Bob, if you're listening, just make it here in the UK.
Just make it here in the UK,
Yeah,
Bob. Bob, man, just make it here in the
yeah.
UK. Need that to happen, mate. Just make it happen in the UK. That's a massive fight. It's a
O2
no-brainer
Arena.
anyway.
Mm.
Ooh, would you do that fight, O2?
Yeah, why not? Why
Mm,
not? Think about it. Yeah?
mm,
Like Josh Taylor, like wow, he undisputed junior welterweight champion.
mm.
Timo Lopez, unified lightweight champion. Well, it makes sense. Both of their profiles both big, so why not?
Yeah, yeah, no,
Pay per view,
that's
make it happen.
You know what? It does for me. It does make sense. It is sort of the fight that I think Teofimo is looking for as well. The takeover is looking for that fight, and I think as well that that fight was in his mind for this fight yesterday. If that sort of makes sense, like he was
I,
overlooking
do you know what?
Kambosos Jr.
If I'm honest with you, yeah, I don't. He was overlooking, but again, last time he fought was it last year? This time last year, and when he beat Lomachenko, so
Yeah, he did. He
he's
did.
been
He did.
inactive. Do you know what I mean? You
Yeah,
know,
it's
he's
true.
been inactive, and it's really hard because Kambosos he fought not long ago on a matchroom undercard. Do you know what I mean? So he's purely been active. No excuse, don't get me wrong, but um, yeah, yeah.
That is crazy. That's crazy.
Maybe the winner, maybe right. I tell you an idea. The winner of Josh Taylor, yeah,
Mm, mm,
and Lopez,
yeah.
if they're willing to step up and
Mm.
challenge Crawford.
Ooh, ooh, ooh. Yo, that would be mad. I'm not gonna lie, that would be mad because there's something brewing between Crawford and Taylor. Not much with
Not much.
Crawford. Crawford
Mm,
is zoned out. He's
yeah.
doing his thing, whereas Josh Taylor has got his eyes on Crawford, man,
Mm,
and you can
mm,
see it, man. Even in that sort of during the sort of fight week for Crawford and Porter,
mm.
there was a situation where they were both in the ring. They had their little, stare down and stuff like that. So, boy, who knows, man? That could be a fight in the future. But look, man, obviously we don't really have that much time left, man. But
Mm.
look, I just want to get straight down to business. This is my brother. Obviously, big up. Lions in the camp. Like what you saying? The fight's happening. Obviously
Next
next week.
week.
Copper
Next
box
week.
just round the
Ne-
corner as well for my yard.
Boy,
I'm gonna try and get a ticket so I
boy.
could make my way there, man. I don't know what you're saying, cuz
Lions,
it might
lions,
have to be
lions, lions.
a situation, cuz. But what you saying about lions in the camp?
Listen,
Is he
what
bringing that energy?
I'm saying lions in the camp.
True.
Tunde, Dr. Tunde, if you hear me, lions in the camp.
Lions in the
He's
camp.
coming, lion.
I
No,
need that.
nah, I think, do you know what? It's going to be an interesting fight.
Mm.
Um, I can't. There has to be a winner. I can't see it being close at
Oh
all.
yeah, yeah,
I understand. Linford Arthur, he had a shoulder injury last fight,
yeah, yeah. So he was restricted basically.
and what's his name? Yard. Also, he was going through his own personal issues, whatnot.
Yeah, he's
And
going through a
again,
lot, man.
that fight, there was no crowd. It was during the
Yeah,
pandemic, and
yeah,
I feel that now he's at home
yep,
and he's got crowd,
yep.
bruv. I'm telling you, bruv, it's gonna be electrifying.
Different
Listen,
energy in it.
there's gonna be different energy, bruv.
Yeah,
And he's got a new coach. He's added someone onto his team, bruv.
yeah.
He means
Different
business.
energy.
He
Yeah,
means
yeah.
business. Don't
And
get me
obviously,
wrong.
man, big
Don't get
up,
me
big
wrong.
up.
Linford Arthur, he's coming. He's coming. Like, bruv, he's
Yeah,
hungry. Because think about it. Just think
he's
about it.
got
Yeah,
it. Yeah.
he didn't have to take this rematch. He didn't have to because in his eyes, he's the champion. Do you know what I mean? But
Mm.
what's done is done. But okay. So what happens to the winner and what happens to the loser? Am I right in saying the winner will potentially go for a world title shot, and the loser will they want to fight the new British light heavyweight champion? Is it Daniel Aziz?
Well, if I'm honest with you, I think you've got it spot on there, man. The winner is a title. Has to go for a title next, man. It has to because from my understanding, Arthur technically is next in line for a title shot, is it? So he's basically
Technically, yeah,
he's putting his mandatory
on the line.
position on the line
Well,
as well as defending his belt as well, isn't it?
do you know what? It's mad because I feel that they're both putting it on both on the line, but then again, the loser will eventually still get a title shot later on, if not next year, then the year after. Oh no, sorry, end of next year. I believe so anyway.
But you already
Because,
know, man,
bruv,
this boxing world, man, you gotta
I
get
know,
things
but
early,
bro,
man.
like this light heavyweight division, yeah, bruv, is we've got big names, bruv. You got Craig Richardson, yeah,
Yep,
you got
yep,
Joshua Buatsi, yeah, you got
yep,
Anthony Yard, you got
yep,
what's his name, Linford Arthur, you've
yep,
got Dan Aziz, yeah,
yep.
you've got is it Callum Johnson, is it
Yep.
Callum Smith, bruv? Like we've got a lot of people,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
they eventually have to fight each other. It has to happen. You know, no more fighting journeymans, no more this and that. Like, bro, make it happen. You know, make it, because a lot of people, they just want to fight for the world title. Don't get me wrong, like that's the aim. You know, become a world champion. But like, bro, like, if you're the best, forget keeping the O's. I think a lot of people think they're Floyd Mayweather. You're not, but forget it. Just fight. Just fight.
Yeah. No, it's true. It's true. Definitely. I think that's one of the things that that's one of the reasons why we're not seeing the fights that we want to see, because obviously fighters, I'm not saying all of them, I'm not putting fighters on blast and saying this and that, but a lot of the business decisions are based on the fighters' records. So I would say, you could say it's also the promotional team as well, the management team, because they more or less don't want to risk their fighters as well. Because if, let's say, this guy is their cash cow, for example, they might not want to risk him on a fight that could be a 50-50. So it can also play a part, not just for the fighter, but it can also play a part from the management team as well, man, from my understanding.
Personally, I just think that's just all nonsense, if I'm honest with you. Yeah, it is rubbish. Let the best fight the best. I mean, I look, clear example. Yesterday's fight, right? Cambosis and Lopez.
Yeah.
There was no rematch clause. Beautiful. Mwah, beautiful.
Yeah,
Do you know what I'm saying? Beautiful. It's done. It's done.
What's
If
done
they
is
want to
done.
do it, they can, but let's move on. Do you know what I mean?
That's it.
So,
That's how it should be. That's how it should be. In all honesty, especially when it's a big title fight like that. Just one off, man. Let's forget it, because I just think when there's a rematch clause, I'm not saying that this is the case here, but when there's a rematch clause in the back of the fighter's mind, I'm not saying that's the case, but in the back of the fighter's mind, they know, if something happens, if there's a screw up or what, I got my rematch clause anyway, man. Do you know what I mean?
I mean,
That's the sort of like, oh, you know what? I've got my rematch clause anyway. It's like you got another life in it, man.
Yeah.
Whereas
Boring.
it should be,
Boring.
when you're playing like, look, we know the games, man. When you're playing Mario, you jump and
you got
fall
5 lives.
down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But I've got a question to ask you, right? Now, obviously we know Fury and Dylan, it's not going to happen next. Not too sure, but he's willing, for AJ to step aside so he can fight Usyk. What do you think? Do you think AJ should step aside? You gone quiet, mate.
You know what? That's a tough question, man. Honestly, no. You're not gonna step aside. No, man. No, man. Go. You've got a rematch clause in this situation.
Yeah.
Go take advantage of it and get your belts back, man. Do you know what I mean? That's my sort of mindset, because if you allow that fight to happen, then that's momentum that you could have potentially have lost, if that sort of makes sense. It could be a strategic chess move to obviously let them two fight, and then I fight the winner, and then I could. But that's sort of bypassing the obstacle. Face the obstacle face on. Try and get your belts back. When you get your belts back, call Fury, and
3 times.
3-time champion, like call Fury and be like, yo, like, mate, I got my belts back. What's going on? Do you know what I mean? That should be the situation.
Well, it's looking like, I don't know who Fury might fight next. It could either be Joe Joyce or Otto Wallen or the Haymaker.
Ooh, what David A?
Why not?
Yo, that will be crazy, man. Sending shockwaves and that, man. You know what? You just feel that.
Just imagine.
He said it a few times in interviews,
man.
I will only come back for Fury, man. So
just imagine, and I'm saying this no disrespect. Just imagine if Hay does the job and beats Fury. Ooh.
I think he retires after that, man. It's done. It's one of them ones like it's done. Get that belt, retire, leave, and that's it, man. I could just see him doing that as well. But you know, it's no disrespect to Fury. Fury's obviously
Yeah,
#1 right
number
now, but
one.
it's a potential. It's a
Mm,
potential possibility anyway, man. But
mm,
you know what? We're out of time. We're actually hitting that spot right now. Cuz obviously it's been a tremendous show.
mm.
How you gonna run this up, Cuz man?
Listen, Touch Glove Boxing. Remember, people, to like, share, and subscribe. We're out.
Right.